Every day, we wake up with the opportunity to shape our reality. We affirm our intentions, set our goals, and embark on our journey with determination. But amidst the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. What if I told you that by quietly eliminating certain things from your life, you could unlock a newfound sense of inner peace and contentment? Imagine waking up each morning feeling lighter, freer, and more at ease with yourself and the world around you. It's a tantalizing prospect, isn't it? In this fast-paced world, finding moments of tranquility and clarity can seem elusive, but it doesn't have to be that way. Join me on a journey of self-discovery as we explore 11 things you should quietly eliminate from your life. Drawing inspiration from Stoic philosophy, we'll uncover practical strategies to declutter your mind, cultivate gratitude, and embrace a life filled with purpose and meaning. Are you ready to take the first step towards a more peaceful existence? Number 1. Overcommitment and busyness. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into the trap of overcommitment and busyness, thinking that the more tasks we take on, the more productive and successful we'll be. However, the reality is quite different. Overcommitment not only leads to physical exhaustion but also takes a toll on our mental well-being. When we spread ourselves too thin, constantly juggling multiple responsibilities, we become susceptible to stress, anxiety, and burnout. Our minds become cluttered with a never-ending to-do list, leaving little room for creativity, reflection, and self-care. Over time, this can have detrimental effects on our overall happiness and fulfillment. To combat overcommitment, it's essential to prioritize our tasks and responsibilities. Rather than saying yes to every request that comes our way, we must learn to discern between what truly matters and what can wait. This means setting clear boundaries and saying no gracefully when necessary. While it may feel uncomfortable at first, learning to prioritize our time and energy is essential for maintaining balance and well-being. Simplicity and focus are key principles in the fight against overcommitment. By simplifying our schedules and focusing on what truly aligns with our values and goals, we can create space for what matters most. This may require letting go of activities or commitments that no longer serve us, but the clarity and peace of mind that come with it are invaluable. In embracing simplicity, we free ourselves from the burden of busyness and open ourselves up to a life of purpose and fulfillment. By intentionally choosing where to invest our time and energy, we can cultivate a sense of calm and balance that allows us to thrive, both personally and professionally. Number 2. Past regrets. We've all experienced moments in our lives that we wish we could rewind and redo. Whether it's a missed opportunity, a failed relationship, or a poor decision, the weight of past regrets can weigh heavily on our minds, holding us back from experiencing true happiness in the present. Carrying the burden of past regrets can have a profound impact on our mental and emotional well-being. We may find ourselves constantly replaying events in our minds, second-guessing our choices, and harboring feelings of guilt or shame. This constant rumination not only prevents us from fully engaging with the present but also erodes our self-esteem and confidence. However, Stoic philosophy offers a powerful antidote to the pain of past regrets: acceptance and learning from mistakes. Stoics teach us that while we cannot change the past, we have the power to control how we perceive and respond to it. Instead of dwelling on our mistakes, we can choose to view them as valuable lessons that have shaped us into who we are today. By embracing the Stoic principle of acceptance, we free ourselves from the shackles of regret and open ourselves up to the possibility of growth and transformation. Rather than allowing past mistakes to define us, we can use them as stepping stones on the path to becoming our best selves. In releasing the weight of past regrets, we create space for presence and gratitude in our lives. Instead of looking backward, we can focus our energy on the present moment, fully embracing the opportunities and experiences that come our way. By letting go of what we cannot change, we pave the way for a future filled with joy, fulfillment, and endless possibility. Number 3. Negative self-talk. We've all been there, those moments when our inner critic takes over and fills our minds with doubt, criticism, and self-deprecation. Negative self-talk can be incredibly damaging, not only to our self-esteem but also to our motivation and overall well-being. When we constantly berate ourselves with negative thoughts, we undermine our confidence and belief in our abilities. We start to see ourselves through a distorted lens, focusing only on our flaws and shortcomings while ignoring our strengths and accomplishments. This relentless cycle of self-criticism can erode our sense of self-worth and leave us feeling powerless to change. But the effects of negative self-talk extend beyond just our mental state. They can also impact our physical health and performance. Studies have shown that individuals who engage in negative self-talk are more likely to experience increased stress levels, reduced immune function, and decreased productivity. So how can we break free from the grip of negative self-talk and cultivate a more compassionate inner dialogue? One powerful technique is to practice self-compassion. This involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend in need. By acknowledging our humanity and embracing our imperfections, we can create space for growth and self-acceptance. Positive affirmations are another effective tool for combating negative self-talk. By consciously choosing to focus on uplifting and empowering statements, we can rewire our brains to see ourselves in a more positive light. Affirmations such as "I am worthy," "I am capable," and "I am enough" can serve as powerful reminders of our inherent value and potential. Number 4. Excessive digital consumption. Do you ever find yourself mindlessly scrolling through social media, only to look up and realize hours have passed without accomplishing anything meaningful? In today's hyper-connected world, the allure of digital consumption is stronger than ever, but its effects on our mental clarity and well-being can be profound. The addictive nature of digital consumption is no secret. Social media platforms and online content are designed to capture our attention and keep us scrolling for hours on end. But what many don't realize is the toll this constant stimulation takes on our mental health. Studies have shown that excessive screen time can lead to increased feelings of anxiety, depression, and loneliness, as well as decreased attention span and cognitive function. So how can we break free from the cycle of digital consumption and reclaim our mental clarity? One strategy is to set boundaries around our screen time. This may involve setting designated periods of the day for checking email or social media, and sticking to them religiously. It can also be helpful to disable notifications or use apps that track and limit our screen time, helping us become more mindful of our digital habits. Another approach is to cultivate mindfulness in our technology use. This means being intentional about how and why we use digital devices, rather than allowing them to dictate our behavior. By practicing mindful scrolling, we can become more aware of the content we consume and its impact on our mood and well-being. But perhaps the most powerful tool for combating excessive digital consumption is the digital detox. This involves taking extended periods of time away from digital devices, allowing our minds to rest and recharge. Whether it's a weekend retreat in nature or a week-long digital detox challenge, unplugging from technology can help us reconnect with ourselves and reclaim our mental space and focus. By prioritizing real-world connections and experiences over virtual ones, we can cultivate a healthier relationship with technology and live more fully in the present moment. Number 5. Toxic relationships. Relationships are an integral part of the human experience, shaping our experiences, emotions, and sense of belonging. Yet, amidst the connections we form, there are often toxic dynamics that can drain our emotional energy and hinder our personal growth. We've all encountered relationships that leave us feeling depleted, whether it's a friendship fraught with drama, a romantic partnership marked by manipulation, or a familial bond marred by dysfunction. These toxic relationships can erode our self-esteem, disrupt our inner peace, and prevent us from reaching our full potential. Setting boundaries is essential when it comes to navigating toxic relationships. It's about recognizing our own needs and limitations and communicating them assertively to others. Whether it's establishing limits on time spent together, defining acceptable behavior, or prioritizing self-care, setting boundaries is an act of self-respect that protects our emotional well-being. In contrast to toxic relationships, healthy connections are characterized by mutual respect, trust, and support. Surrounding ourselves with supportive and uplifting individuals can have a profound impact on our happiness and growth. These are the people who lift us up when we're down, challenge us to be our best selves, and celebrate our successes without envy or resentment. Ultimately, the way we handle relationships shapes the quality of our lives. By recognizing toxic dynamics, setting boundaries, and cultivating healthy connections, we empower ourselves to create a social circle that nourishes our soul and enhances our well-being. It's not just about the quantity of relationships but the quality, surrounding ourselves with those who bring out the best in us and inspire us to live authentically and joyfully. Number 6. Comparison. In today's age of social media and constant connectivity, comparison has become an ever-present part of our lives. It's all too easy to scroll through our feeds and measure our worth against the highlight reels of others, leaving us feeling inadequate and discontent. But the truth is, comparison is a thief of joy. When we constantly compare ourselves to others, we diminish our own accomplishments and magnify our flaws, leading to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. Instead of celebrating our unique talents and experiences, we become consumed by the fear of falling short in comparison to others. Stoic philosophy offers a powerful antidote to the poison of comparison. Stoics teach us to focus on internal virtues rather than external markers of success. Instead of measuring our worth by the number of likes or followers we have, we're encouraged to cultivate qualities such as wisdom, courage, and integrity, qualities that are within our control and cannot be taken away by external circumstances. By shifting our focus from external validation to internal fulfillment, we can break free from the cycle of comparison and embrace our unique journey. Rather than striving to be like someone else, we can celebrate our own strengths and accomplishments, knowing that true fulfillment comes from living in alignment with our values and purpose. So, I encourage you to embrace your uniqueness and find fulfillment within yourself. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small, and honor the journey that has brought you to where you are today. Remember, comparison is the thief of joy, but gratitude is the key to contentment. Number 7. Materialism. In today's consumer-driven society, it's easy to fall into the trap of materialism, the belief that happiness and fulfillment can be found in the accumulation of possessions. We're bombarded with messages telling us that we need the latest gadgets, designer clothes, and luxury cars to be happy and successful. But the reality is far from this. The pursuit of material possessions often leads to a never-ending cycle of craving and dissatisfaction. We may temporarily experience a sense of excitement or satisfaction when we acquire something new, but it quickly fades as we set our sights on the next shiny object. In this way, materialism robs us of true contentment and leaves us constantly chasing after more. Stoic philosophy offers a powerful alternative to the empty promises of materialism. Stoics teach us the importance of detachment, of not becoming overly attached to external things that are beyond our control. Instead of seeking happiness in possessions, we're encouraged to find value in experiences, relationships, and personal growth, things that can't be bought or sold. By cultivating gratitude for what truly matters, we can simplify our lives and break free from the grip of materialism. Instead of measuring our worth by the things we own, we can focus on the richness of our experiences and the depth of our connections with others. In doing so, we discover a sense of fulfillment that transcends material wealth and brings lasting joy and contentment. Number 8. Perfectionism. Imagine spending hours meticulously perfecting a project, obsessing over every detail and striving for flawless execution, only to feel a sense of disappointment and inadequacy when it inevitably falls short of your impossibly high standards. This scenario may sound all too familiar to those who struggle with perfectionism, the relentless pursuit of flawlessness at the expense of productivity and well-being. Perfectionism can be paralyzing, trapping us in a cycle of self-doubt and procrastination as we strive to meet unrealistic expectations. The fear of making mistakes or falling short of perfection can lead to feelings of anxiety, stress, and burnout, ultimately hindering our ability to achieve our goals and fulfill our potential. But what if I told you that imperfection is not only inevitable but also beautiful? Embracing imperfection allows us to let go of the pressure to be perfect and instead focus on progress and growth. It's about recognizing that mistakes are an essential part of the learning process and that true excellence lies in the journey, not the destination. Stoic philosophy offers valuable insights into overcoming perfectionism. Stoics advocate for the virtue of practical wisdom, the ability to set realistic goals and expectations based on a clear understanding of our capabilities and limitations. By embracing practical wisdom, we can free ourselves from the tyranny of perfectionism and instead focus on what truly matters: continual improvement, resilience in the face of adversity, and the pursuit of excellence with humility and grace. Number 9. Clutter in physical spaces. Imagine walking into your home after a long day, only to be greeted by piles of clutter and chaos in every corner. The sight of dishes piled up in the sink, clothes strewn across the floor, and papers covering every surface creates a sense of overwhelm and unease. This scenario is all too familiar for many of us, as clutter in our physical spaces can have a profound impact on our mental well-being. The clutter in our physical environments often mirrors the clutter in our minds. When our surroundings are chaotic and disorganized, it's difficult to find clarity and focus. We may feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of stuff and struggle to relax and unwind in our own homes. This mental clutter can lead to increased stress, anxiety, and feelings of being overwhelmed. But the good news is that decluttering our physical spaces can have a powerful impact on our mental and emotional health. By clearing away the excess and creating a calm, organized environment, we can cultivate a sense of peace and serenity in our lives. Practical tips for decluttering include starting small, tackling one area at a time, and being ruthless in letting go of items that no longer serve a purpose. By prioritizing external order, we create space for inner peace and clarity. When our surroundings are tidy and organized, it's easier to focus on the present moment and engage fully in our daily activities. The connection between external order and inner peace is undeniable. By taking control of our physical spaces, we can create a sanctuary for our minds and souls to thrive. Number 10. Unhealthy habits. We all have habits, some good, some not so good. Whether it's mindlessly snacking on junk food, scrolling through social media for hours on end, or hitting the snooze button one too many times, unhealthy habits can take a toll on our physical and mental health. The detrimental effects of unhealthy habits extend far beyond just the immediate consequences. Over time, these behaviors can lead to a myriad of health problems, including obesity, heart disease, and anxiety. They can also undermine our sense of self-control and self-esteem, leaving us feeling powerless to change. But breaking free from unhealthy habits is possible, and it starts with awareness and intention. By identifying the habits that no longer serve us and understanding the triggers that lead to them, we can begin to take back control of our lives. One strategy for breaking free from unhealthy habits is to replace them with healthier alternatives. This may involve finding new ways to cope with stress, such as practicing mindfulness or engaging in physical activity. It could also mean reevaluating our routines and creating new habits that support our overall well-being. Stoic philosophy offers valuable insights into overcoming destructive habits. Stoics teach us the importance of self-discipline and resilience in the face of adversity. By practicing Stoic principles such as focusing on what is within our control and accepting what is not, we can develop the inner strength to resist temptation and make positive changes in our lives. With perseverance and determination, we can break free from the grip of unhealthy habits and cultivate a life of health, happiness, and fulfillment. Number 11. Unnecessary goals. We've all been guilty of setting goals that, upon closer inspection, may not actually align with our true values or bring us genuine fulfillment. Whether it's chasing after societal expectations of success, pursuing a career path that doesn't resonate with our passions, or striving for material possessions that ultimately leave us feeling empty, unnecessary goals can weigh heavily on our minds and spirits. The burden of pursuing unnecessary goals is twofold. Not only do these goals fail to bring us the satisfaction we had hoped for, but they also distract us from pursuing what truly matters in life. When we prioritize external markers of success over our inner values and desires, we risk sacrificing our authenticity and well-being in the process. It's important to reassess our goals regularly and ask ourselves whether they truly align with our values and aspirations. Are we pursuing these goals because they genuinely bring us joy and fulfillment, or are we simply chasing after external validation and approval? By taking the time to reflect on our goals and intentions, we can ensure that our efforts are directed towards what truly matters to us. Stoic philosophy offers valuable guidance in this regard, emphasizing the importance of focusing on what is within our control and letting go of what is not. Instead of fixating on external outcomes or circumstances, we're encouraged to cultivate inner virtues such as wisdom, courage, and resilience, qualities that are within our control and can lead to lasting fulfillment and peace of mind. By aligning our goals with our values and focusing on what truly matters, we can free ourselves from the burden of unnecessary goals and create a life of purpose and authenticity. In conclusion, we've explored 11 things to quietly eliminate from our lives for inner peace: overcommitment and busyness, past regrets, negative self-talk, excessive digital consumption, toxic relationships, comparison, materialism, perfectionism, clutter in physical spaces, unhealthy habits, and unnecessary goals. By embracing Stoic principles of acceptance, resilience, and focusing on what truly matters, we can cultivate a life of purpose, contentment, and inner peace. I encourage you to incorporate these principles into your daily life and experience the transformative power they can bring. If you found value in this video, please consider showing your support by hitting the like button, sharing it with others, and subscribing to the channel. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery and growth.